This just in, Tango MSF Event Coverage.
Hey everyone, this is Tinga welcoming you to yet another MSF event coverage. Today we're going to go over the events going on both in-game and in the web milestone store. This one is heavily focused on Hulk Hunter Gamma and a couple of other things that are going on in the game which we'll get to later. But let's start as always with the milestone store. So we've got two things running at the same time right now. One is Joint Venture and one is Hulk Hunter Gamma Booster. Let's go into Hulk Hunter first. So this is a daily event that seems to be running every single day, and you need to score 50 points to max it out. It's only one milestone, and the scoring is win a blitz battle with any character, 50 points. So any blitz win every single day is worth enough points to get the one milestone, which is 2,200 mutated cells, which goes towards the Abomination month-long event. And we'll get into some of the math and some of the crazy that has changed in the monthly events once we get in game. But for now, 2,200 points a day, plus an eighth of a Gamma Goliath orb. And Gamma Goliath is the orb specifically for Abomination. So you're going to want to claim this every single day. What I don't have insight for is if this is going to run all month long or not. So I do know that it's running daily, and as long as it's out there, you're going to want to claim it. Now we'll head over to Joint Venture. This one is incredibly annoying, and it is 100% alliance based. So if you're not in an alliance, get in one. Even if it's a very small one, get in one because you will benefit from your alliance credits, and this is specifically speaking to Stark Tech. The scoring is earn 1 alliance credit is worth 1 point. You can get 700 a day as a max. You'll get some green ISO 8 ions, some blue ISO 8 ions, Legacy 3 Orb Shard Fragments, and Gold Orb Shard Fragments. This is running every single day for, I believe, a week for the first, and so keep this in mind as well. If you're in the Alliance, make sure you're donating daily. Even donating gold will push you along, but as long as your Alliance is moving forward in the event, you'll also move along here. So, let's head into the game. Okay, welcome in game. We're going to talk about a couple quick things, and then we'll move on to the actual month-long events. But let's start with the daily rewards. Now, there were some questions about daily rewards and the September calendar. This was the one that came out initially. There was no gold, and there were no silver promotion credits on it. And then they decided to, they being Scopely, decided to add a new calendar, which you will see tonight. And that looks a lot more like the original, with the 2 million gold, the 25 silver promo credits, and some additional rewards. Basically, it looks like we're going to get double cores on this once all is said and done. The only problem is, as I'm recording this, this is September 3rd, and I just received day 1 for both of these calendars. So they reset this calendar. I was already 2 days in. I should have received this today, the 75 gold orb shards, and instead of doing that, they've now reset the calendar and then added a second calendar. Day 30 for the month of September is going to be October 2. So let's hope that these two calendars don't disappear before the final 2 days, because if they do, we'll miss out on 500 power cores. So keep ahead of that. Should still get the last milestone of gold here, but assuming that these don't disappear, we should be October 2nd getting a 500 power core dump. I can't imagine Scopely intended for that, but that's how this worked out. So keep an eye out for that. You want to stay on top of that, and I would definitely open a ticket with Scopely if these two things and these two things do not get paid out at the end of the month. Alright, so now we're going to get into the Hulk Hunter event and the Stark R&D event going on. So Stark R&D is a solo milestone. There are two different milestones. We'll go into this first one here where I've got 100% milestones completed. This is going to give you one training orb. This is the scoring, but in order to get that one milestone, I don't remember how many points I needed. It was very simple, very low. And so what this is completely for is the ranking system. So you'll get some kind of Elite 4 or Elite 5 or Elite 6 credits. You will get some Gamma uniques, whether they be purple, orange, or teal, completely based off of where you finish. And again, orange gear, 14s, 15s, 16s, and or 17s. And the top 100 ranks will also get some mutated cells, which go towards the Hulk Hunter event. So the very first milestone, very easy to hit. You can see I'm at 38 million points. I didn't need that many to get that milestone, but that's for the overall ranking. And this is going to be a blind leaderboard event, so we won't know where we shake out until it pays out. Alright, now let's get into the Stark R&D that runs daily. Now this is a daily event that's running 6 days in a row. I do want to point out one thing quickly about this. Before the Stark R&D event actually came into the game, one of the Scopely blog posts stated that the High Roller Daily milestone would roll into Stark R&D. Okay, and you can actually see that through the first 4 million points. You can see all of the same rewards with the addition of mutated cells. So they've combined the two. Be not afraid, they've combined the two. And Scopely has already come out and stated that the High Roller Daily milestone will come back into the game as soon as Stark R&D is over. But because Stark R&D is a gold spend event, as well as a Blitz points event, they decided to roll the gold scoring event that usually runs, the milestones that usually run, into this same milestone. So they've got two different things going on. Both of them are gold spending milestones, and they're just combined here. So keep that in mind. And Scopely did come out and explain all of this about a week before this event even came out. I know there's a lot of confusion out in the community, especially if people aren't really reading the blog posts and whatnot. To be fair, Scopely explained all of this long before it came to the game, so just a public service announcement there. Now, how to score in this event. Spend 1 gold, get 1 point. Blitz wins are worth 50,000 points. Bliss Sim wins, also worth 50,000 points. So there's no difference here, and so I'm simming. Granted, we just got done with blitzing our minds out for Hulkbuster, and so that's not great. A blitz event right on the heels of that, not a lot of fun, but also not very difficult. So I've done the math. If you don't have Bionic Avengers at Gear Tier 13, so you're not getting any bonus points here, okay? Let's say you have 5 Bionic Avengers unlocked, and you can win a Blitz battle. That's 350,000 extra points per Blitz battle that you win with a 5-member Bionic Avengers Blitz win. But let's just say that that's the basic. You don't have it at 13. Anybody at Gear Tier 13 or higher, you can finish this event in 7 Blitz rotations by spending exactly 0 gold if you have a wide roster. Okay? If you don't have a wide roster, you're going to need to spend gold to move up quickly. Hopefully you've got some gold to spend. So if you're spending a couple of million gold a day, you're cutting down your Blitz rotation requirements. And if you are going with your Bionic Avengers up at Gear Tiers 13 or higher, you're going to get extra points for those Blitz wins too. Now, I would say if you do have Bionic Avengers unlocked, now's a great time to upgrade them. Obviously, we've been desperate for a tech raid team, and that's what Bionic Avengers are for. So if you can get them up to your gear tiers 13s, 14s, 15s quickly, this is a great time to do it because you're going to be spending a ton of gold anyway. It'll move into the Stark R&D milestones, which I'll get to where you want to target at the very least in a minute, but it will all dump into this, and that will help you with not only the mutated cells, but also this piece here, down at the 8 million point mark, the imperfect serum. So that'll really help you move up in the Hulk Hunter event, which I will say the changes to the month-long event seem pretty sketch to me. I don't appreciate those, but we'll see how this turns out. So keep in mind, if you've got the gold to spend, now's the time to spend it. Every million or so that you spend will cut down probably about a half of a blitz rotation. Every Bionic Avengers win you make will push you much, much further. And if you've got the ability to sacrifice your way down to tier 1 in blitz, and you've got some blitz credits, you could do 4 Bionic Avenger wins a day using blitz credits, and that would very, very quickly pile up the points here. I am averaging about 2 million blitz points, 2 million points, towards the Stark R&D with blitz rotations. So with the amount of gold I'm spending, that's anywhere between 3 and 4 blitz rotations a day, and that is shrinking rapidly because I'm using this as a chance to upgrade my Bionic Avengers. So as they're getting higher, my blitz rotations are getting less because I'm scoring all those extra points, which are blitz win with Bionic Avengers, 70,000 points per Bionic Avenger involved in the win, so 350,000 extra points for a full team. And then on top of that, 35,000 points for gear tier 13, 40,000 for 15, 55,000 for 16, and if any of you has 17, I don't know why you're watching my channel. You'll probably want to watch some of the better content creators. But basically, that's where you're going to want to go. All of these are bonus points that just stack and stack and stack, and you can get pretty close to a 1 million point blitz win if your Bionic Avengers are up in the 15 range. So that's just one blitz win, not a rotation, just one win. So that said, let's talk about what's in here actually. You want to get to 15 million points. You can see I'm at 8.2 million points. I've already spent something like 6 million gold tonight, and I did one blitz rotation. So that's about how I got here. The goal is every single day for me is to get to the minimum of 8 million points because of this imperfect serum, and we'll show you why later when we get to the Hulk Hunter event. There is a bunch of T4s in here. There's a bunch of superior gamma radiation, which is going to be huge with the Red Hulk team, which is going to be Red Hulk, She-Hulk, regular Hulk, the original green jeans, Brawn, and also Abomination. And a lot of those characters are going to use your gamma, so you're going to want that. Now, if you can complete this all the way down here, you'll get some blue ISO level 4 ions. You will get some teal gear, and you will also get 850 Elite 5s plus a few orange training mats. So blitz rotations to get beyond and get some extra gear here. I would recommend it, especially if you've got the time, but definitely shoot for 8 million points. Alright. Now let's head back into the milestone section and we'll talk Hulk Hunter. This is insane. This is insane for many reasons. I'm going to have to see how this plays out. I will keep an open mind, but I think Scopely might be trying to make it even more painful for a month-long event on us here. So, what used to be an event that you could easily get to milestone 39 if you were in a decent alliance, and milestone 39 would have given you exactly a 4-star unlock. Now, instead of giving you shards of the character, they're giving you orbs for the character. Alright, we'll talk about those orbs in a minute. But in order to hit milestone 40, you now need 500,000 points. I'm 3 days in, and I'm at 27,000 points. Okay, this is part of the reason why you need the imperfect serums, which are happening over in Stark R&D every single day. You're getting an additional one. But let's talk scoring real quick. Collect 1 mutated cell, 1 point. Collect 1 imperfect serum, 5,835 points. Now, if you hit the 8 million point milestone every single day in the Stark R&D, you will get 5,835 points a day for 6 days. So you can get this 6 times total. So that'll put you up to about 40,000 points, roughly. Then we've got the 1 irradiated blood, that's worth 45,000 points, 1 reptoid fin, that's worth 60,000 points, and 1 indestructible pants, which is worth 100,000 points. So if you can manage these last 3, you'll get roughly 2/5 of the points you need to get all the way to the bottom here. At this point, from where I stand, it looks like you're going to desperately need these last 2 milestones. It's not going to be a choice. You're going to have to go after them. Now, there are some pretty good pieces here. There's a lot of gold promotion credits as far as that goes. There's some gold, teal, purple gear. The usual that you would see. But like I said, instead of the actual character shards for Abomination, we're now getting character orbs. And this to me is the single worst change that has come to the monthly events. And the reason I want to say that is because we're going to pop into the orbs real quick. Sorry about all this. And take a quick look at the Gamma Goliath orb. So, left pillar, resource drop, or other rewards. So 2,000 Elite 4 frags, or some gear orb frags, or, some miscellaneous orb frags. Okay, that's the left pillar. The right pillar is going to be catalysts, whether purple, orange, or teal. And of course, right now there is a huge orange catalyst crunch going on, so if you get that, that's somewhat helpful, but it guarantees only 1 catalyst. So, not that big a deal. But then we're going to get into the center pillar, and this is what bothers me the most. 85% chance drop is either a 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 shard drop of Abomination. 85%. So, you're going to need 100 shards of this character. If you max out the Hulk Hunter month-long event, you will get a grand total of 27 Hulk Hunter orbs. That means you need to roughly average 4 of these just to get an unlock. So 4 drops. If you want to get to a 4-star unlock, you need to get to an additional 80 shards out of those 27 orbs. So now let's talk about the 13%. Okay, you got a decent chance of getting a 10, 15, or 20, but those really aren't going to move you along as much as you really need them to, unless these were to happen more often, because, again, likely you're going to get 6 or less. And then in this 1.5% chance up here, you could get an instant unlock at 100, but I'm going to suspect that's going to be rare. Or you could get 40 or 25. So what bothers me the most about this is you have an exact limit of free-to-play orbs that relies incredibly heavily on RNG just to get him unlocked. This is almost as bad as the Gambit raid, except the Gambit raid was only a 2-week-long event of pain. This is going to be a month-long. So what I would suggest, if you're free-to-play like I am, is hammer every possible opportunity to get the mutated cells that you can find and try and shoot for the bottom, because I suspect these 4 orbs are going to be pivotal in unlocking. But basically, that's where we are with this event. There is a quick Rumble Blitz going on, and that's going to be Shield. So any Shield tune, there's mutated cells in here. Make sure to get those done and grab them as well. Also, I would definitely recommend going for it because of the extra T4s here. But this really bothers me with the Hulk Hunter event, and like I said at the beginning, I will keep an open mind. I'll be very interested to see where we end up. But you need 500,000 points, and right now I can only see a way to get about half of those. So hopefully we all free-to-play can get this unlocked. As always, thanks for watching this MSF event video on Tango MSF. Have a great day.